Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since I last seen you guys. It has been a rough patch for the past couple months. I'd just like to explain why things have been going the way they've been going. I haven't been making enough videos lately because one of the reasons is because one, we are in lockdown in Sydney at the moment and we are not allowed to go anywhere at all but just to go out to buy groceries. And we even have the fucking army here, so it's kind of crazy. I am going out to buy a few things, so I thought, far out, you know what, I might as well try to fix my front lip today that I bought. I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys saying, hey Andy, when are you going to release the next video on YouTube? When's the next video coming out? Well, I'm making a video today for you guys. Alright, now I'm excited to repair this front lip of mine. I can't remember how long I got it ago, but it is damaged quite a lot. But we have to go buy a few products, so we have to go visit Super Cheap Auto. I'm not even sure if the shop's bloody open, but I hope so. So I'm kind of making a pit stop, so yeah, hopefully I don't get in trouble. But before anything, before we leave, we're gonna need a mask, and let's head off to Super Cheap Auto and get what we need. Okay guys, so I'm currently at Super Cheap Auto at the moment and we're not allowed to go in to go buy any products because it is COVID and everyone's in lockdown. The only way for us to go get our items that we need, we have to order it online, which I just did on my phone, and we have to wait about half an hour till they get the email that I requested. So then from there, after I collect what we need to get from Super Cheap Auto, after they finalized our order, I'm going to pick it up as I'm waiting outside the shop at the moment, and then we're going to head back home and then we're going to work on the front lip repair. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what the front lip looks like at the moment. It looks like total rubbish for starters. It looks so broken. For you guys, hopefully your front lip looks a lot better than mine in the condition it is, and it's gonna be a lot easier for you guys to fix. Mine is kind of broken. But we're gonna fix that today. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we're gonna need to repair the front lip. So we'll see you guys when I get home. Dude, what is that? Is that an electric bike? What the hell? Alright guys, so we finally made it back home and this is the front lip that I was telling you guys about. This is what it looks like. So this is the front lip I picked up off a buddy of mine that didn't want it anymore. As you can see, it is pretty messed up. Over here, the carbon fiber has literally came off the lip itself and it's fucked. It's gone. Now this is a Varus front lip. I don't know what version it is. That's the only damage that's on the lip. Everything else is all fine. So this should be an easy fix. It shouldn't be that hard. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I purchased from Super Cheap Auto. Now the things that I bought from Super Cheap Auto is I bought a fiberglass repair kit. I also bought car filler. So after I do the fiberglass, sand it back down, I am going to fill it up with body filler, send that also back down, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I've never done this before. So in the kit it includes, so this is what came in with the fiberglass repair kit. You got brush, you've got 2 mixing sticks, you've got, pretty sure this is the hardener or something like that, I'm not sure. They gave you protection gloves. Stay protected guys, use your rubbers. We've got the measuring cup. We also have fiberglass resin, and lastly the fiberglass itself. Now you can cut this to size to match whatever you need to patch, and also lastly there's an instruction manual. We won't be needing this. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are also asking or wondering how much this cost, this was about $35 at Super Cheap Auto and this was about $10. So altogether it was about $45 for these two, just to repair your front lip. So I'm guessing this is, let's just say it's a $45 repair kit for your front lip. Pretty cheap and affordable. I did forget the sandpaper though, so let's just say $50 to repair your carbon fiber front lip or your fiberglass front lip. Doesn't really matter, it's all the same method, you were fixing it anyways. Alright, let's get into the video and let's get this front lip fixed. Alright, first things first is I went ahead and wiped this down with a cloth, a clean cloth with some wax and grease remover, so that the tape can stick to the back, because I do need to tape this down so it sticks. I only got masking tape here, so hopefully that holds the lip together. So as you can see, I went to go ahead and taped up the part of lip that was sticking out. Now it is holding good, which is what we want. So the reason why I did this is because when I turn this around, oh, without breaking the lip, so when I turn this around, I taped it up so I can put the resin here, and then when I go to add the fiberglass, it will hold together. So then we're gonna fill up here with resin, and then we're gonna add the fiberglass. Before there was a gap without the tape, so now what we're gonna have to do is put resin all here, lay a couple of layers of cut fiberglass at the top, which I'm gonna show you guys how to do exactly. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the fiberglass and we're gonna cut it to size. Also, I forgot to mention, when you're working with fiberglass, put on the gloves, because if this gets into your skin, it's going to be very, very itchy for you. So put on the gloves. Now I've went ahead and already cut the fiberglass in half and in half again. So what I'm trying to do is, you see this line over here where it's cracked. What you want to do is cut it to its similar size. So what you want to do is, when that's laid down with resin, you want to lay this part down, and then the other side like this. Put one on this side as well. And what we're going to do is, you want to put the resin on top of this, let it dry, and actually I might repair that as well. So I might fiberglass that, because this is very thin. Okay, do you guys remember how I said you don't need the menu? Well, we kind of do. Right, so now what we're gonna go do is we're gonna mix up the fiberglass resin. We're gonna need the cup. We're gonna need to add, it says we need 250 mils of this, about 40 drops of this, and then you mix it. It says we need about 40 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 20, 21, 24, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and stir this up in color, at least. Alright, I think that's quite ready to go. Now what you want to do is, you want to dab this onto the fiberglass. You don't want to brush it in so it soaks. So what you want to do is just grab a lot, dab it in. That's all you're doing, just dabbing it in. Alright, now if you guys have done that correctly, it should look something like this. As you can see, all the fiberglass is now soaked in with the resin. It should look pretty much like this. This is only the first layer. I'm going to do about 3 layers of fiberglass. So I went ahead and taped up the parts that I've also found that seem to have been cracked. So I'm going to be fiberglassing over this part over here with a bit of fiberglass, because it is cracked down here. I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera. Down here is also a little bit cracked as well, but I'm pretty sure the body filler should be able to fix this, so I'm not going to fiberglass this part. And that should be it. The only repairs other than the scratch marks that are on it, but that will all get taken care of, which is pretty easy to fix. So I've gone already ahead and cut 2 pieces, same sizes. We're going to go ahead and repeat the same method again. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done 3 layers of the fiberglass. I've just finished doing the fiberglass of the 3rd layers, and this is what it looks like. It is currently still wet at the moment. Now once this dries, this is going to be very hard and it's going to be very strong. Now that side's done. We have to wait till that's dry before I can go ahead and we can do the other side. For the front of the lip, which is pretty easy. Everything else was the hard part, which was the back. So the hard part of the whole front lip was pretty much the back, but we just did. So what we were doing was filling in the cracks. Now when this sets, this should be pretty hard now. So pretty much we've done the hard part. The hard part is now finished. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put 1 piece of fiberglass here, or 2. Yeah, we might do 2 pieces. and then I'm gonna go ahead and body fill this all up. I'm gonna get this ready for paint. Now while I wait for the fiberglass to dry on the other side, I'm probably gonna leave this till tomorrow to work on, so I can let it fully cure and set before I actually work on the front of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the front of the front lip tomorrow. Yo, what is going on, guys? So it's been a couple of days since I last left the front lip to dry. It's been 2 days, and I'm currently at Bunnings warehouse at the moment. I'm looking for sandpaper, because if you guys remember, I did not buy sandpaper and I also did not buy primer. So I'm here looking for sandpaper at the moment, and I have no idea where it is, and I'm completely lost. So I was speaking to some guy for sandpaper not long ago, and it turns out he was completely deaf, and he was using sign language to talk to me, and I finally realized that he couldn't really hear me. So I have to go find it myself, which is unfortunate. And I did not even know that he couldn't even hear me, so it was kind of like a bit, yeah, I wasn't really caught for that part. Alright, found sandpaper. He said he was completely out of wet sandpaper, but I managed to find some. I think 600 should be fine. We're just sanding it back down. I do need 800. Shit. It's gonna suck, man. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some 1000 sandpaper so I can wet sand it after the 600s. So I went ahead and grabbed etch primer instead of car filler primer. This is the only primer that they have. I'm not bothered to actually go and order from Super Cheap Auto, so I'm just gonna buy this. Okay, I remember I said I was gonna use the primer that I bought, the etch primer, but I kind of want to do the job properly the first time, so I'm just gonna buy primer filler, just so that there is no gaps and everything like that, and nothing fails for me, and it actually is a proper job. So I'm just gonna go ahead and order this and pick it up on the way home. So pretty much etch primer is only for like metal surfaces that you're trying to prime, and it's not really made for fiberglass, so that's why I bought filler primer. So make sure, like when I do spray the primer down on the fiberglass, that there is no like holes or small things that need to be filled, which the etch primer won't fill in for me. So that's why I bought it. So I just wanted to get the job done properly the first time and not have to go back and redo everything. So that's the only reason why I bought it. Make sure you just do everything in the right time the first time, and just don't be lazy like I was just about to do. So just go with the car filler primer and make sure everything's done right the first time. And we're back home. So remember how I told you guys I wasn't gonna fiberglass the front of the lip because it looks like this? I told you guys the other day, 2 days ago, I said I wasn't gonna fiberglass all here because it wasn't that bad. I've kind of changed my mind, so I am gonna fiberglass some of it. So like here, I'm gonna put a layer of fiberglass, and maybe perhaps like down here where it's weak, because it is kind of soft here, and I'm afraid that it's gonna break when I hit something. So I'm just gonna reinforce that, make it a bit stronger, and then I'm gonna probably body fill all that and then get it primed. So I don't know yet what I want to do. I might go that route, I'm not too sure. But the other side is fully dry and cured now, which is pretty hard and solid. Even if I remove the tape, the lip doesn't come off anymore like how it used to when it was hanging out. So I don't know, I might go ahead and just take a good look at this for 5 minutes and see what I want to do. Alright guys, so I went ahead to do the safe option. I thought of what I wanted to do. So I went ahead and sanded this down with 600 grit sandpaper. So it's a lot more smoother, easier to work on. It looks a lot better now without all the crap sticking out. So it doesn't look too bad actually after I sanded everything. So what I want to do is, I'm probably going to leave all this, maybe sand it down a little bit more. This whole chunk here is going to come flying off, and it's going to be a pain in the ass for me to fix this back up later if it does break. So I might as well make it stronger now. And then with this part, I'm going to go ahead and fiberglass this layer here, so downwards. And then I'm going to make that stronger, let that dry, and then pretty much straightforward. After that, I'm just going to bog it all over here, sand it down, and this whole lip's going to look primed and ready to go for paint. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just sand this down so it's nice and smooth. So yeah, it's gonna be a long time of me sanding this down.
1 hour later.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but remember how there was like cracks and stuff all here where before there was no fiberglass? So this is the part where I've sanded down now. It's nice and smooth, which is now way a lot stronger than, does that make sense? Way a lot? It's a lot more stronger than how it was before. So I went ahead and sanded that part down. Now moving on to this part that I still need to sand down so it's nice and smooth. But this is how it's looking at the moment. That's without the bog yet at the moment. I have not put the car body filler or anything on it at the moment, but that's how it looks at the moment. I got it as nice and smooth as possible. I could get a lot more smoother if I had lower grit sandpaper, which I don't. I only have 600, but I've got one more side to do, and then we're gonna go ahead and bog this up. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do that after I'm done sanding this down. Sure, when you're mixing in the hardener with the body filler, you want to make sure that there is no more red hardener left over, so that it's finally mixed in properly. And then you just keep scraping it off and just keep mixing it, and it should be ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the left side first, and then start my way from here all the way to pretty much where we need to finish over here. I'm probably gonna have to get more bog, but I'm only using the amount that I need at the moment, so I might have to make some more, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that now before it dries up on me. Alright guys, so the body filler is finally now dry. I've went ahead and sanded it down a little bit. It's looking pretty good at the moment. I still need to get it more smoother. As you can see, it is a bit not flat and even. So I'm going to go ahead and sand this completely down as much as possible. It is kind of hard with the low grit sandpaper that I have. I only have 600. And it's taken me a long time just to get it to here. So man, I got a lot of sanding to do, and it is getting quite dark at the moment, so I don't know if I'm gonna have enough light. Alright, so I had to run down to Bunnings warehouse real quick to get more sandpaper. I had to get a lower grip because the 600 sandpaper I was sanding with at the time, it was not working well, and it was taking me forever just to sand it down to being flat. So I went down to run down real quick and grab some sandpaper. So it is now completely dark. I did bring up my light because I did want to finish the job. And this was not going to stop me because I wanted to get this finally finished and get ready for maybe primer tomorrow. I probably won't prime it today because I ran out of daylight. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down now. So I want to get this done. That's why I went down to go super cheap. Oh, sorry, the Bunnings. If you guys don't know what Bunnings is, it's pretty much like your Home Hardware or Home Depot of like America, I guess. Yeah, so I got the sandpaper. I'm going to go ahead and finish off sanding what I needed to sand. Let's go ahead and finish what we're doing, boys. So I went ahead and sanded down the bog with 120 grit sandpaper. It is pretty smooth now. I want to get a little bit more finer and more smoother than this. I'm going to go ahead and rub it down with 400 grit sandpaper, so it's nice and even more smooth when I do apply the body filler. Sorry, the primer on the lip. So I'm going to go ahead and sand that down. It looks pretty good now. It looks pretty smooth. Feels a lot smoother now with my hand. And so I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off with 400 grit sandpaper, and I'll show you guys what that looks like after I'm done. Alright, so I went ahead and just finished sanding down with 400 grit sandpaper, and I wiped it with wax and grease remover. This is what it looks like now. I haven't added the primer yet, so just remember it's not yet finished, but I'm going to be doing that tomorrow when the sun comes up in the afternoon. I don't have time for it now, but this is so far what the progress looks like. If you guys have watched till now from the start, thank you for still tuning in to the video. But I appreciate you guys. Much love out there. Stay safe. And hopefully we get this done tomorrow morning. Let's go. Alright, it's the next morning, guys. Finally, I woke up early. I had my coffee already. I'm ready to go. And we're going to finish this front lip. Now, we left off last night with a bit of primer over the top because I just wanted to see how bad it looked and what I needed to work on. So I sprayed a bit of primer just to see where I'm at the moment. So this is what it currently looks like. Now what I'm going to do from today is I'm going to sand this down as smooth as possible and finish off the rest of this front lip. I'm totally done with trying to, you know, keep it aside. You know, I don't want to do this tomorrow. I want to finish today. That's why I woke up early. So let's get this done. I'm kind of over it. But I'm doing it for you guys and I want this lip to be done. It has been, what, the third day now working on it. So let's get this completed. Alright, after about half an hour of sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding and more freaking sanding, I finally got this so damn flat. Now I can finally add the primer on it. It took me a while just to sand down most of the bog, but this is starting to look a lot better now. Everything is so smooth now and there's not much marks. I am gonna spray some primer on it just to see if anything else is like looking like that. If it's sticking out, I might have to sand back down a little bit more because I don't want this to be perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime this up. Hopefully nothing does show up and I don't have to sand anything back, and we can just go ahead and finish priming the rest of the front lip after we sand it down a little bit. If you guys can't really see what needs to be sanded down still, all you can do is you can go ahead and do what I just did, which I went to go lay down a layer of primer on the top just to see the imperfections that show up, as you guys can see. Now once you spray the primer on top, let it dry for about 5 minutes before you go ahead and sand down the parts that you can see that is not perfect and not to standard. So you want to get this as perfect as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish off sanding down the rest of this till it's flat. Alright guys, I'm just going to go and show you guys what I went and did off camera. So there was a bit of rough surfaces, as you guys could see when I did with the primer. So what I did was I made some more car filler and I laid down where the spots were on the front lip and I sanded it down flat as possible. Now it looks currently like this. Everything looks a lot better. There's no more holes, I think. Hopefully not. That's what I was trying to achieve, just to get everything nice and flat and even. It does look a lot better. If you guys are having troubles with gaps and holes and little cracks that aren't really sanded down flat when you're sanding, just go ahead and just add a little bit more body filler on the front lip and just sand it back down. Now if you still aren't happy with the final result and it's still a bit bumpy, still a bit of cracks and lines and dots and stuff like that in your paint, in your lip, and you're not happy with it, I'm going to show you a magic trick. It's not really a magic trick, but most automotive car repair shops do use this method, and not a lot of people really use this method. They just dry sand the damn thing. So what I have is wet and dry sandpaper. You can use this on dry. I have been sanding it dry lately until I wanted to get it done perfectly. Now to get that perfect finish and that perfect look that you want to be so smooth that you can't even notice it was in a damaged lip at all you want to do is grab yourself a bucket, wet and dry sandpaper, 400 grit. You want to keep this paper wet and you want to lightly sand and make sure your paper is still wet. Make sure it's constantly wet and you want to sand lightly. Keep adding water on your paper and keep sanding it till it's smooth. Once that's done, I'm going to show you guys what mine looks like when I'm finally finished with mine, and it should look pretty good and almost finished and almost look brand new again. Alright guys, after you finally finish sanding your mad ass front lip with wet sandpaper, this is the final product that you have now accomplished. Guys, finally finished spraying this with primer and we are done. Yes boys. Alright guys, so we finally finished spray painting the front lip with primer. Everything is now finished and complete. We are finally done. This video is probably gonna be a long ass video, but who cares? And you know what? You guys aren't doing anything in COVID lockdown anyway, so you might as well just sit down, kick back and enjoy the video. Before it goes and get painted, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right now. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Vish for giving me the front lip, bro. I was trying to say, but I made this look brand new, bro. It looks so good, man. I hope you're happy with the result that I finally fixed it. Look a lot worse, bro, but thanks, man. I finally took 3 days to finally accomplish the job, but I finally did it, bro. Shout out to you for giving me the front lip, man. Really appreciate it, bro. And if you guys need something done like this on your car and you guys live local, nearby, maybe hit me up for a PM or comment down below. I might be able to help you guys out or even be able to do the job for you. So just drop down a comment below or private message me on Instagram or anything that you need or you need an advice. Do ask me, don't be afraid. Now that you guys have seen the front lip, how it used to look like before and how it looks like now after I fixed it and primed it and bogged it and repaired it. Oh, that's a lot of words. But I'm so happy and proud with the results, and I'm finally finished. I'm finally over this job. It can finally get ready to get painted. Hey, and I forgot to mention, we're almost at 400 subscribers. That's right, 400 subscribers. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, or even maybe the start of next year. I don't really have a plan, but my goal is the end of this year. We are currently at 400 at the moment. So if you guys want to help out the channel, you want to help grow the channel, you guys enjoy my content, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. Takes 1 second, it's free, and you can unsubscribe whenever you like. If this video today has helped you guys learn how to fix your front lip and you guys had no idea how to fix this and you guys just enjoyed watching me talk crap and work on my car, leave a like, I don't know, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, anything at all, just to leave some good vibes down below. I enjoy you guys' company. I read every single comment, even though you guys don't even bother to comment, but it takes 1 second. Say hi or something, I don't know. It's nothing else to do. But hey, shout out to you guys for subscribing and still watching to the end of this video. Really much appreciated. Also, in the next couple of videos, I'm going to be finally painting the front lip on the car. And also, I'm going to be reviewing to you guys my rear wing that I finally purchased. I've had it for a while actually at my house. I haven't shown anybody. Some of my friends have actually raided my house just to see what wing I've got. I mean, I know who you are. I know who you are. You're watching this video. You know who you are too. Going through my stuff just to see what wing I have. If you guys are excited to see what wing I've purchased and what wing I've got for my car, it is unique. It is actually, I haven't seen on any other car in Sydney. I mean, I may have or I may have not, but to me it's pretty unique. Let's just say it's big. It's gonna be big. It's like uber big. Like, it's gonna match the car, it's gonna flow with the lip, it's gonna be insane, it's gonna be awesome. So do subscribe to the channel, boys.